Hello. I don't know nobody's watching right now. But I just wanted to test this out. And yeah. I know it's kind of late. I know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And at least where I live, it is. And nobody is probably awake right now. But I just wanted to say hello and test this out. I've never gone live before, so I'm doing it now. I don't know how strong of a connection this has, but yeah. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing great, because I don't know, I'm here. I'm not doing the best right now. I'm still awake. Hello. This is cool. I've never done this before. So, anyway. Hello. Where are y'all? So you're from Wisconsin? And Crystal, you're the one from Washington, right? I think. Cool. No, I'm having insomnia tonight. Had a little bout of anxiety earlier. You're from Texas? So am I. Wow. Yeah, I'm testing out the live stream. Wow, you guys are awesome. My daughter's staring at me like, what is she doing? I really don't even know what I'm doing right now. But, yeah. No, I've been having anxiety for the last couple of days. And today I've been having a little bit, the dizziness and crap like that. I went to Walmart earlier. I had to actually leave Walmart, but I was stuck in line. You know how that goes. And yeah, so, but it's crazy. But I got through it. Everything went well. Had anxiety a couple of times today. We went out with the Chipotle. I love Chipotle, by the way. But yeah, I went to Chipotle and I ended up where I started breaking out in a sweat, and I was like literally drenched in sweat, and I swore I was gonna pass out, but I stayed there. There was a long line, and I made sure that I stayed there, and got through it. Just prayed, and I was like, dude, come on. I was like, I can do this, and I made it through, and everything was fine. But anyway. I'm trying to get tired. I'm trying to be able to go to sleep, but it's not working too well for me right now. Yeah, so I've been having insomnia and stuff. I had it real bad last night, but I think it's from me working out a lot. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyway, I might be doing this a little more often. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm here. I finally went to sleep probably around 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it was like 4:30. And I woke up about 9. So I got a little bit of sleep last night, I guess. And I don't know about the Washington trip because my friend who was supposed to pay for it, and like we were supposed to be going and hanging out with her, she's having a lot of issues right now with her family, so I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to make it or not. So I don't know. That's supposed to happen in the first week of August, so I'll know more later on. Yeah, it kind of does suck. It keeps telling me that I have a very bad connection, so I don't know if it's that bad, but that's what it's saying. But anyway, I will. I'll let you know for sure. And if y'all have any questions or anything, I will answer. But I know that the connection isn't the best right now. So, but I will probably do another live where I will let you know, hey, I'm going to go live at this time on this day. Thank you guys for, and I'll be trying to post more videos here soon. I love you guys, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully, and that just remember that you're not alone in anything. How alone you can be, and I know how stressful, especially when you're dealing with anxiety. So yeah, but I will be talking to you guys later on, and let me know what's going on. Y'all have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and ask. Those of you that have been with me from the beginning know how much I've gone through and how much anxiety I actually have gone through. And yeah. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, of course. But what city do you live in? I'll wait. See, I'm yawning, but I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I'm yawning because of the anxiety. So that's nice. No, but I really am tired. I am tired. The fan's on. I'm actually sitting on the bed right now. Brown, isn't that near? Yeah. Do you know where Anton is? I think Brownwood is that. It's near Lubbock. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm confused. I'm glad I help you guys. I'm very glad I do. Yes, Texas. Sorry. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually about to get off of here. Thank you. Every single prayer, every single positive vibe, every single everything. I a lot. I've been a couple days. Today I got it a lot, and so I do get the confused or like the disorientation thing going on a lot. And it's scary. It really and truly is. I know. Well, hello. You're not going crazy, I promise. I really do. Sometimes I really think, you get those thoughts where you start thinking that with you, like mentally. Like, I mean, I know but that's all it is. It's a mental disorder. You're like, it's not in order. And so you have to like get back in order. So you need to like retrain your brain, retrain your thinking. And that's what I've been trying to do a lot lately. And it's been a little bit hard to do, especially with my situation and what I'm going through at the moment. I'm going through a lot right now, and it kind of sucks. But my anxiety's been getting better because I got away from the toxic environment that I was surrounding myself with. So that's a good thing. Me too. I know exactly what you mean, where you feel like your brain is broken. Like you can't, it doesn't work properly. Like nothing's happening, nothing comes out right. Like even me, when I'm talking to you guys right now, I keep thinking I need to get off because I'm not saying anything correctly. Because this is live, so I can't like fix it or decide, oh, I'm not going to post this like I normally do. I have so many videos I don't post, or I mess up and I never upload it because, oh, I screwed up, or I'll be just, it's bad. I have so many. Sorry, I'm messing with stuff on this thing. Toxic environments. Okay, a toxic environment is when you're surrounded by people who are, for instance, negative people. People that are constantly negative. Or people who are mean or ugly or make you feel like you have to hide or make you feel like you can't be yourself. Or people who tend to make you feel like less of a person or lesser than what you truly are. That's what I mean by toxic environment. When, in other words, if your household is like that, like you live in a place where it's full of people like that who are just constantly bad, like for you, like are constantly negative, constantly doing just mean or bad things to you, or doing mean or bad things around you. I mean, I don't know. That's just people who put you down all the time or yell at you all the time, or somebody that you might have to, like, you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around them because you're afraid they're going to be upset or something. That's what I mean. And that's not a good environment to be around, especially if you have anxiety. That's going to add to your anxiety. It might be the cause of your anxiety. So, I mean, but that's what happens. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I'm trying. The house that I live in is extremely packed with people. I am Hispanic, and we tend to have a lot of, we're all family. I mean, it's great. But there's like so many people in this house. So I don't really get the time to myself like I'm used to having, but I don't mind. And honestly, like I'm never, ever, ever alone. So it's kind of cool in that, aspect of it. But yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, you guys are so awesome. Yeah. Us too. Us too. We've always had so many people around. It's just part of the Hispanic thing. And those of you who aren't Hispanic, I'm sure you understand too. I've been dealing with depression a lot more here lately. Like, my anxiety hasn't been as bad, but the depression has been way worse. And the depression and my, what else can I talk about? The depression's just really, really, really bad. Like, I'm just sad most of the time. And, like, I want to cry a lot, or I get really, really, really lonely, or I'm sorry. I get really lonely, or I get, where I feel like nobody understands, And there's a video, I was actually uploading it right now. I decided just to go live, but that I'm posting about love. And but I talk about depth in there, and I have this issue with I how do I okay, I I'm in search of depth constantly. Hello. And so like when I talk to people, I tend to want to talk about deep things. And it kind of sucks because like me now, I feel like I'm lacking that connection with people, and I want that connection. I love when you guys talk to each other. I'm just saying. There's a lot of times I'll see my comments under some of my videos, and I see you guys helping each other out or asking each other questions, and because I can't really get back to everybody like I want to, but yeah, I love that. I love seeing it. I feel like I'm dying and going insane 24/7 too, or I used to. Not so bad anymore. Oh, I know. The feelings will not last. They never do. But I do get really sad. Especially with what I'm going through at the moment. God bless all of you as well. Thank you so much for... I'm just glad I'm able to help you guys. I'm able to help anybody. And I really, when I first started my videos, I never thought that I would be able to help so many people. Thank you. Thank you. But anyway, yeah. See, I'm starting to get tired now. I think talking to you guys has helped me calm down. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. A lot of people tell me that, and it always makes me feel weird. I'm like, what do you mean you watch my videos to help you calm down? Somebody even told me they had a playlist of just my videos, like I guess their favorites, and that they would play it every time they have anxiety. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay, that's awesome. But I've had to deal with some crazy anxiety though. If those of you have seen my past videos, I've had some really, really horrible bouts of anxiety. So yeah, and I've had today I had a couple, like I said, I mentioned it earlier. So am I. I'm very glad that I'm doing so much better, that I got out of the toxic environment that I was in. But part of me still feels like maybe I made a mistake somehow, or I'm doing something wrong. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I always feel like I'm not good enough in anything that I do. I'm always feeling like I'm just not good enough. And I always feel like I'm never... I do not take medication at all. I used to. I'm a lot better now because I got out of, like I said, the toxic environment I was in. But I'm not saying that y'all shouldn't take medication. Some people, I guess, do good with that. I just never have. I just don't. I don't. How do I explain it? I took Zoloft when I first got diagnosed with anxiety. I took Zoloft, and then they took me, and then I like quit that cold turkey, which wasn't smart, but I mean, it didn't really affect me in a bad way. And then I ended up going into Paxil CR, and I took Paxil CR for a little bit, and Paxil CR messed with me really bad, and I didn't like it at all. And so, but ever since then, that was like 13 years ago, I decided I didn't want to take medication at all anymore. So I don't. and I didn't anymore. So I started looking into natural things. But the problem was I was still in my toxic environment. All these years I've been in my toxic environment. And that didn't help me that that I was still in that, because everything that caused my anxiety to begin with was still around me. So was there every single day. So of course I had my anxiety 24/7. I do get the brain zaps. I did get them. Yes, I remember that. And I do get them every once in a while. I got one the other day, and it freaked me out. And I've even had where like if like I'll touch my head or I do this with my hair, and then it feels like a bunch of electricity is in here wherever I touched, and it's like really weird. But I get a lot of weird stuff like that still to this day. But like I said, my anxiety isn't as bad as it was before, so I'm doing better now that I've gotten away from stuff. But I'm still doing kind of bad. It just isn't as bad as it was before. Yeah. So this turned out to be kind of cool. I think I'm going to do this more often. Like I said, probably do like a Q&A type thing live. But anyway. I have had migraines. The zaps do not feel like migraines. They feel like you're literally being zapped with electricity. And the migraines, though, I've also started developing headaches because of my anxiety. And I have had a couple of, I actually had a migraine so bad that I was in bed for a week. I couldn't even move. I couldn't get up out of bed because my head would start throbbing. I could barely eat. I was nauseated. It was really, really freaking bad. And it was all from stress and anxiety. Every single bit of it. I ended up going to the hospital. I ended up going to the doctor. They ended up giving me a shot. I actually let them give me a shot. That's how bad the headache was. And it went away, but I did have problems when I was younger. I didn't have anxiety. The anxiety didn't come up until I was in my late teens. That's when it started kind of showing its face, but I didn't realize it was anxiety, and it wasn't that often. It wasn't as bad as it got when I was in my 20s. So like, so yeah, I ended up, when I was little though, I was a hypochondriac, like really bad. Like, I would think, like, I remember one time, my brain just worked in overdrive already when I was little. I remember when I was about 6 or 7 years old, I ended up like breaking, I broke a glass on accident or a plate or something, and it like shattered, and for some reason, I remember it took me a couple of days to get out of this, but I kept thinking that I had swallowed a piece of glass, that it had gotten in my mouth and was going down my throat and tearing up my insides. And that happened when I was like I said, like even as young as like 7. So my mind was already in that mode. And I remember too, when I was that young, that I used to look at myself sometimes, like my hands or my arms, and I would feel like I wasn't myself, that I wasn't in my body or something. And that was when I was really little too. So I already had bouts of derealization, depersonalization, even then. And I have it now. Even though my anxiety's going away, I still have the depersonalization, derealization, 24/7. It doesn't ever go away. I'm having it right now, but I've gotten used to it because I've had it for so many years now straight. I actually, I got anger issues when I became, a little bit older. I still have anger issues now. I know I'm really nice and I'm always smiling and laughing, but I do have anger issues, major, but it takes a lot to bring it out of me. And then it's like, you can't stop it. But, I did have issues when I was a teenager, um, where I would think, okay, I would get mad at somebody, or I would get, where I would think of, oh, this is gonna sound horrible, but I'm always real with you guys. So, but I used to think of mutilating people. Um, that sounds horrible. I know. I'm so sorry. I don't even know why I said that. Okay. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Okay. So, I had those issues where I would get mad at somebody or whatever, and I would honestly have these thoughts of like, just and not killing somebody, not just flat out killing them. I mean, I would like torture people in my mind, and it was like really, really crazy. And it was my way, I guess, of getting through anger. I really don't freaking know. I felt that's another reason I started feeling like insane or crazy, but I know that I'm not. I grew up watching, well, yeah, a little bit of scary movie. We were kind of kept away from stuff, but then, yeah, actually, I started watching like Freddy Krueger and stuff when I was really little, and there was an old movie. Those of you who are older might know what I'm talking about. That I was so scared of. Sorry, I was so terrified of, and it was called Razorback. It was about a killer wild boar. And I remember that movie terrifying the crap out of me when I was little. And those of you who are younger will not even know what the heck I'm talking about. But even, okay, I remember I mentioned in my, I don't know if y'all have watched my how I developed anxiety videos. I know I haven't finished those, but those of you who have know that I was in gangs and stuff when I was young, when I was a teenager. I was a gang member. I lived on the streets. I was homeless, all that wonderful stuff. And even then, I had issues with connecting with people emotionally, and I never felt bad for people. Like, I've always had issues with my emotions. I'm not that way now. I'm a lot more loving and better now. I went through, no. Yeah, don't freak out. Crazy, quote unquote, crazy thoughts that pop into your head where you feel like videos about the fear of going insane. And we're get them. Like, I remember in that video I talked about like one incident where I was walking for some reason. I got to grab a pair of scissors that were right there and to stab the lady in front of me in the back. And like the fact that it popped in my head, like, disconnect. Well, the thing disconnected for a minute. It's funny now. It makes like the best thing that I've learned when it comes to thoughts is to seriously them evolve, but you're not acting on them, so it's okay. You know, just let them pop in there and let them leave, and as quickly as they came, because I it's quite often. Okay, I even get intrusive thoughts about God. It's, like, for instance, one time, I'll tell you this. Like, I was thinking, oh, I need to go to the store. I need to buy razors because, and then my thoughts go into, oh, I need to go buy razors because I need to shave. You know, I need to be able to shave my legs. And then I start thinking of shaving my legs, and then I start thinking of shaving really, really hard, and like all the skin coming off and blood coming out of my legs. Like, I'm just saying, this is what pops in my head, and it's like an intrusive thing. But and then I shake my head and I'm like, what the flip? Why the heck did that pop in my head? You know? And stuff like that happens. But maybe it has something to do with watching horror movies and crap like that. I mean, I don't know. But I've been doing really well. I'm really well right now. Like, I'm not evil in any way. I'm not. I mean, I've had my issues in the past, not being evil, but you know what I mean? Just living life. But yeah, I'm doing great right now. I'm doing really, really well. I don't make. I don't ignore the intrusive thoughts because they're intrusive. You can't ignore them. But I don't pay attention to them. I let them in and let them just, and then I just leave them alone. I don't do nothing. I don't sit there and dwell on the thoughts, is what I'm saying. Yeah, we're not crazy. We're actually some of the most amazing people on the planet. I believe the people that have anxiety and mental disorders like we do are creative, imaginative. Usually, most of us are very intellectual. This is what I have discovered when talking to you guys. I believe that a lot of us are very special in a lot of ways, and that we end up um, we have such a vivid imagination. We have such a massive uh, I think a lot of us have high IQs. And because of that, we tend to have, I'm not saying all of us because I don't know, but I know a lot of us do. And we tend to think differently. We have those racing thoughts. Our minds go into negative mode, though, faster than positive mode. And if we were able to flip that switch to where we made everything positive in our minds, like retrain your brain, then we would be so much better off and everything would be so much better. That's what I've been trying to do with myself lately, is doing the positive thing. We are very sensitive. That's the kind of thoughts I have. I have like, that movie, Final Destination. I have those kind of thoughts all the time. I'll be driving down the road and I'll be thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen, and that's gonna happen, and this is gonna go through the window, and then oh gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, I know my IQ is pretty high. I'm not gonna toot my horn. This is my own torn. See, my own horn. Plus, I don't know if y'all believe in or deal with personality types. The ah, MBTI. I don't remember what it's called, but I know I'm INTP. Yeah, we do tend to have a lot of anxiety. That's why I think that if we were just to be able to control our minds, to control the negative that goes into our minds, that could do like so many amazing things. And that's one reason I really, really, really want, I want to do that annual, I've been having this idea for a couple of years now, well, more like a year, but I want to do like an annual, I do the same thing. That's why I've been working out a lot. I try to distract myself. But I do want to do an annual where once a year I have like a bunch of you guys come out, those who can afford it, or if we can try to raise money so that see how many people can come for free, whatever. But like I want to be able to do something where once a year we get together for like a whole weekend for like 3 days and just stay somewhere like in a big mansion on a lake or something somewhere. We just rent a place out, and I want to be able to stay with everybody and like just hang out and learn stuff about anxiety, and I want to be able to have like a hypnotist and like a counselor, like different people come over and like teach you guys like how to cook healthy foods that aren't going to make your anxiety go nuts, you know, and for us just to all hang out. I think that would be like the most amazing freaking thing. And I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I'm still looking into it. I found a place here in Texas that I want to rent out, and for that. I passed out, remember? 2 weeks ago. I did pass out. That was scary as heck. And yeah, I thought about the GoFundMe thing. Don't be afraid of passing out. You know, I'm a personal trainer. I think you guys know I'm a personal trainer. I went to school and everything. I was the manager at a gym for a while. And even when I was working at the gym, when I was a manager there, I would go try to work out, like especially when we were really slow or there was like nobody in the gym. I would go and try to work out, and I would always flip out. I always go into panic attacks. I would always feel like I was going to pass out and freak out. And even though I have passed out now, I actually passed out, you know, I am not afraid. I've been pushing myself. And the more you push yourself, you know, I started out, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to be really honest with you. I've always had a fear of exercise because of my anxiety, how bad it freaking is. But exercise is like the best thing for you, especially when you have anxiety and depression, or either or. And yeah, okay. Let me finish what I'm saying. Then I'm going to talk about the heat. Anyway, I started out a month ago going to the gym and walking. I started walking half a mile. Then I got to 1 mile. Then I got to 1.5 miles. Then I got to 2 miles. And now I'm up to 4 miles that I'm actually, and that was just walking. Now I'm fast walking, like speed walking, 4 miles. And I run during the last lap of every mile that I do, I run. So now, and I've gotten here, and I passed out 2 weeks ago. And this is how far I've gotten. You got to start out small and then get yourself up there, you know? And yeah, it's so much better when you start actually pushing yourself and getting past that fear. I get dizzy too. I do all kinds of stuff when my anxiety acts up to calm me down. I tend to... Okay. What do? I breathe. This is one thing I always do. When I start freaking out with my anxiety, I always breathe in slowly through my nose and out slowly through my mouth. Now, this always helps me calm down a little bit. Especially when I'm hyperventilating, it actually helps me to get a little more calm. And then sometimes, I'll start walking. I know that sounds really dumb, but I'll start walking around a lot, like pacing. It always calms me down too. Or lately I've been going to the gym or going to the track. I'll go to the track when it's like late at night, and I walk out, like let the breeze hit me, and just walk really slowly and take deep breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth. It helps me to feel like I'm getting more of a breath. So it helps me not freak out as much. Because when you start hyperventilating, even in its smallest forms of hyperventilation, you are going to begin to feel dizzy. You're going to start feeling nauseated. It's part of the hyperventilation. So you're going to start feeling these things, and then you're going to start thinking, oh my gosh, something's really wrong with me. You're going to start having your heart race. You're going to start feeling the palpitations. Hyperventilation, even in its smallest forms, can cause so many issues. So you need to really focus on the breathing thing. It's really important to try to get that under control. And the heat here in Texas, oh my goodness, it's so hot here. Okay, heat always makes my anxiety go crazy. I've been asked many times before, like, okay, would you rather it be too hot or would you rather it be too cold? honestly, I would rather it be too cold. Even though when things are too cold, I get really crazy anxiety too. But the heat here in Texas is horrible. And it isn't just regular heat, it's humid. It is so freaking humid. Like earlier today, I got in my car to take my sister to her job. And I opened my car door and I got in. I literally could not breathe. Could not get a breath in because it was so freaking hot and humid. Okay, then the thing about the too cold and too hot thing. When some place is too hot, there's only so much clothes you can take off. I mean, for real. There's only so much you can take off. You're going to end up being butt naked and super freaking hot and dying anyway, right? When it's too cold, you can pile on as much crap as you can. There's so much stuff. There's fire. There's so many things that can shelter you when it's too cold. So I've always chosen the too cold thing, even though I've always wanted to be somewhere that has perfect weather at all times, which is, I know, probably never going to happen, but you're welcome. Jackie, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching my videos. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys about the YouTuber thing. I get like, especially now, because of the crap that's going on with YouTube, I get like $5 a month for my videos. Which, I mean, it's better than nothing. But that's what I get. That's what I've been getting. So let me see. Well, a lot of people don't believe in anxiety because they don't know. They don't know what it is to go through anxiety. They think it's all in our heads. They think, oh, that we're just thinking too much. And yeah, you need to try to show them videos or show them, try to explain to them what it's like to have a panic attack. They don't understand because they've never been through it. I had all these issues with my ex before, with my husband, and it was hard, especially at the beginning, especially when somebody's yelling at you and telling you that it's all in your head, or getting mad at you because you're having a panic attack. You're like, well, thanks, thanks for getting pissed off at me because I'm having a panic attack. I have no control over this, It's really annoying and it's scary and it makes you really frustrated and you want to cry. I know me, I used to just burst out in tears because I'd be like, what the hell? Like nobody believed me or nobody thought it was as bad as it really freaking was. And it's not like we decide, okay, we're going to have a panic attack and we're going to feel like crap, today. No, that doesn't ever happen. You don't tell yourself, okay, I'm going to go to Kohl's. This is a real life. This happened to me in real life. So that's why I'm using this thing. I'm going to go to Kohl's and I'm going to break down crying and be shaking in the corner in a ball because I'm freaking out and I feel like I'm going to throw up and I'm, having a panic attack. That isn't what goes through your head, You don't think that way, and people don't seem to understand. They're not logical in their thinking, because logically, who the hell would do that? I mean, seriously. And people, that's what I don't, I'm sorry. Then I'm going to start getting into my talk about people who lack depth or lack logical thought. They annoy me a lot. But anyway, The sad thing is, anxiety is in our head, but it causes real life physical issues. It causes for you to shake, uncontrollably, like tremble, your whole body trembling, and you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You just can't. It's happening. It really does make your heart race. It really does make you have palpitations where you feel like you're going to pass out. It makes you feel dizzy. It makes you where you can't breathe. It makes you have the head zaps. It makes you feel like electricity going through your skin. It makes your random parts of you go numb. It makes your tongue go numb. It makes your face, the left side of your face go numb. It makes you, where you can't hear out of one ear all of a sudden, it makes it to where dude, anxiety it caused me, I've gone blind 3 times. Completely 100% blind out of nowhere. I've had where I had to go to the hospital because my left side completely went numb. No feeling in it whatsoever. Of course I went to the freaking hospital. It's a sign of a heart attack, but those are real things, real physical things that we feel, even though, yes, anxiety is in our head. Those are physical, like real life freaking symptoms that we feel. And that is real. That's so real. The thing, we don't make ourselves freak out. We have triggers. I know you have to figure out your triggers too in order to control your panic attacks. I have had to quit so many jobs because of my anxiety. I totally know what you're talking about. And that's one reason I'm kind of scared right now. I've been out looking for work and I've been going to all these interviews and I've been having to deal with all this, facing my fears. But it's scary because I know the longest job I've ever had has been 6 months. No lie. And anxiety made me quit that one too. And I was pushing myself not to quit, but I had to. I ended up having to. Me too. And I know I am older than a lot of you guys. But I do have like the back pain. I mean, right now I've been sore because I've been working out a lot, but like I do get where I feel like I'm getting really, really old. And I kind of am, but not, whatever. I have a lot of freaking triggers. And you do need to sleep. That's one thing they told me that probably caused me to pass out, where I really did pass out, was because I was so exhausted. I was exhausted and stressed out. And when I passed out, I'm telling you, I had zero anxiety when I passed out. Zero freaking anxiety. That's what freaked me out. And when I got up, right before I passed out, I still had no anxiety. When I was waking up from passing out, when I was coming to slowly, I still had no anxiety. It was like I was too freaking weak to have anxiety. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of weird. So, but yes, you need to get your sleep, because sleep is a major, major, major thing. As a matter of fact, right now, what time is it? It's already going to be 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, the problem with sleep is, and see me, I start getting insomnia real bad, and then I start where I freak out that I'm not getting enough sleep, and then I freak out because I'm feeling so fatigued and so tired, and I start thinking I have like fatal insomnia or something, and then I start really freaking out, and I can't sleep even more. But the sleep thing, you know what helps me is sleep hypnosis. I've been doing a lot of the sleep hypnosis here on YouTube. There's a guy named Michael Seeley that I love. He does really good sleep hypnosis stuff. See, I don't even sleep that much. That you're so lucky. I'm like so jealous of you if you sleep 10 plus hours. I don't get that kind of sleep ever. My sleep, the most I get to sleep is like, the most I ever sleep is 6 hours. And that is so rare. My normal sleep is like between 4 to 5 hours a night. That's my norm. And if I don't get that, I'm really flipping out. I do not drink at all. I have not drunk alcohol in a really long time. I haven't drunk in like, I want to say about 10 years. I don't drink. I just don't drink because of my anxiety. Because every time I would drink, the next day, my anxiety would be through the roof. It would be crazy. Now, I've had a lot of people telling me, drink a couple of beers or drink one beer, because I don't ever drink. So one beer would probably do me in. But for me to like drink one beer or just a shot of something or whatever, and to help me sleep at night. And I've heard that. People have told me that so many times. Good night, Crystal. Yeah, no, I've thought about it. Yeah, we are. I was just thinking that. I know I'm supposed to be asleep right now, and everybody is asleep in this house. But I'm not. So I'm kind of awake. But I have my episodes where I have like 3 days where I won't be able to sleep at night, and I don't know why. See, I love doing this, having this interaction. It does make you calmer, makes you feel better. So I think I'm going to start doing this more often, the live thing. I'm going to try to do it probably, maybe I should do it once a week or something. The question and answer thing, where we just talk, just have a talk. And I might start going live like whenever I go places, like Walmart. We'll see what happens. But that might not, I don't know how Walmart would take that. But yeah. But anyway, find a hobby. Hobbies are always good. I'm always telling people to do something, whatever you have a hobby, whatever you like to do, to go ahead and do it, because it's going to help you feel better and help get your mind occupied on other things. Like, you don't have any hobbies whatsoever. Like, if you have anything you're into, anything you're passionate about whatsoever. Oh, man. I just realized something. My phone is about to die. But um it okay. Yeah. Anxiety has caused issues before in the past. Not now, but I have had where, because of anxiety, that I am afraid to, like, I'm just going to be honest. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Okay, so I have had moments where I'm afraid to have sex because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to breathe, or I'm going to, like, pass out, or stuff like that, or I feel like my heart rate's going to go too high and I'm going to die. I've had those before, but I've also had where sex actually has helped my anxiety. So, I don't know. That might be, I don't know. But my phone is dying, so I'm about to have to get off. There's no awkwardness. If you knew me in person, you would understand I talk about everything. I will talk about everything and anything with anybody. As long as you're comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it. It gets a little embarrassing from time to time, especially here on live, public, whatever. I know not many people are watching, but still, it gets a little like, I'm like, okay, But anyway. We'll do that. You should start playing the guitar then, or drawing, start working on stuff. You're welcome. Sorry about that awkward moment for you guys who don't know what's going on here. No. No. Okay. I'm not repulsed over sex. Okay, this is my thing. I've had, damn it. My phone. I'm at 5% right now, you guys. Okay. If it dies, just, yeah. Anyway. Comes to trashy, I'm gonna be a whore and sleep with 100 people type. That's what I mean. I'm just gonna be really vulgar. I don't like that. No, 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 no. I'm not saying I'm a prude. I'm not at all. At all. I love sex and I love everything about it, and I'm very into it, and I'm into a lot of things dealing with sex. But it has to be with somebody I love. It has to be with, how do I explain it? Just with somebody I love and somebody that I have a connection with. That's my problem. That's what I meant by that when I mentioned it before, like in my past videos or whatever. Sorry. There's no awkwardness, I swear. But anyway, yeah. So I'm probably going to have to let you guys go. I'm going to have to like turn this off and get out of the live mode because my phone is dying kind of quickly. But I will talk to you guys later, and remember, you're not alone. And good night. I love you guys. Remember, you're not alone, and I will be doing this again soon. I promise. But thank you guys for being amazing. And I have to go because my phone is dying. And I even have it plugged into the wall. It's supposed to be charging, but like it's not. But I will talk to you guys later. Remember, you're not alone. And I will be back. I will be back. I promise. Love you guys. Bye. Good night. Thank you guys.